You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're
Ok,
here.
in realtà questa parte qua la sappiamo già, l'abbiamo capito, no? Ma esploriamo tutte queste cose qui, perché vorrei vedere...
Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here.
Certo, in realtà...
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin.
In realtà molte di queste cose le abbiamo già chieste, però voglio vedere se riesco a togliermele tutte.
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock. Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up. And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation. Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world... It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched, unless, of course, you do... Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying...
Ok, tutte cose che le abbiamo già chiesto, ovviamente.
But I have, like I...
Schippiamo, cioè le chiediamo giusto per toglierci.
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? No, I mean, maybe some people do, like... No.
Comunque mi è venuto in mente solo ora, che non so perché, ma è una situazione molto da Shrek. Però presa più seriamente del solito.
Yes, but you'll have to slay her before you get it. It's a secret, but I think you'll like it. It's a special reward, just for you. And whatever you think it might...
No, ci metto un pochino a leggere, perché è difficile leggerle mentre lui te le legge. Dio Cristo, fammele leggere. Look at go to the cabin.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web, then each... So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
Però volevo finire i discorsi, solo che ho dovuto prendere una decisione in quel punto.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare.
Vabbè, sappiamo già tutto ciò. Non c'è lo specchio. Lo specchio credo che venga fuori sempre solo al capitolo 2, a sti punti, e comunque sono convinto del fatto che c'è un modo per incasinare le scelte, sia per quanto riguarda il narratore, sia per quanto riguarda la principessa, ne sono sicuro. Prendiamo.
You take the blade from the table. The door to the basement, her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds, don't let it fool you.
Certo. Facciamo hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
Però quindi quando riniziamo il loop lei non si ricorda più di noi.
Coldly beautiful. Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
No.
That giant knife you're holding kind of gives it away, doesn't it?
Ha ragione anche
the blade. Of course she doesn't want to talk. Who'd want to have a conversation at knife point? Don't you dare.
Lo
It's
droppiamo
fine.
subito.
We can decide what we want to do.
Droppiamo.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an...
Thank you. Maybe now we can just... talk.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face. Unarmed. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
Una cosa non capisco però ora che ci penso. Perché c'è solo Hero, non c'è più Smitten?
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Eh,
I know. I just said that. Now why are you here to kill me?
no, però non voglio... Vai. Diciamo-
And yet you hesitated the moment you saw me. And you dropped your knife. If killing me was really that important, you'd have a little more gumption, don't you think? So, someone put you up to this, right? And whoever it is, it's probably the same someone who shoved me into this dark pit and chained me to a wall.
That's a fair question. Who chained her in this basement, and if she's so dangerous, how did they manage to trap her? And why have we been left to do their dirty work? Don't give away the game, and don't let her distract you. That's exactly what she wants.
I'm right, aren't I? So who put you up to this?
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't... well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Però ha uno sguardo più cattivo del solito, eh?
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting, right? She is. I'm sure of it. Don't just tell her that.
Dice niente. Ah, ok.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think.
Sì, sì,
I don't
sicuro.
remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so... dangerous?
Mm. Non so cosa intende per deflect, cioè nel senso non so se è una cosa buona o una cosa stupida.
Princess hesitates before responding. She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life. She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
I don't think I can answer that question in a way you'd find meaningful. At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. That doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you either. Otherwise, we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear. But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
Mm.
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust.
Mm.
So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
È da stronzi dire sta cosa in questa situazione, però, eh?
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything. all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch no less. She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Again, she
Stronzetta.
offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her.
Questa è proprio una stronzetta comunque, cioè è la run con la bimbetta viziata praticamente. Eppure io sto solo cercando di salvarla in questo caso. Cioè non è che, sì, mi sono avvicinato col coltello ma l'abbiamo buttato subito a terra e era per, non si sa mai, entri magari c'è un mostro. Però lei veramente non è d'aiuto, non gli interessa essere salvata questa. Cioè si fa desiderare. How long have you been down here?
Too long.
Niente, non ci vuole dire niente.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
Certo che lo sappiamo. Se ora schiaccio su Slay the Princess non la uccideremo mai. 100%. Cioè figurati se è la volta buona che... Io lo so qual era la volta buona. C'era una volta che avrei dovuto ucciderla nella scorsa run perché c'era molta più probabilità secondo me di colpirla perché ci stava credendo al 100% a noi. Cioè ci fidavamo totalmente gli uni degli altri in quella situazione. Secondo me se mi avvicino per controllare le catene, lei tipo diventa un vampiro, mi morde il collo e lo strappa. We can show her better why I decide what to do. Io farei qui.
Oh, you
Secondo me mi
have to
uccide.
be kidding me. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
Doubtful. Whoever
L'ho
locked
detto
the
anche l'altra
princess
volta.
away down here intended for her.
L'ha detto anche l'altra volta sta cosa che è di su. Cioè che sopra c'è qualcosa sicuramente. Sì, esattamente la solita scelta dell'altra volta. Però ora andiamo a controllare. Facciamo
That would
così.
be fine. I can lose an arm.
She speaks with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here for long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out. Anything
ma è
to
uguale
finally...
l'altra
You
volta.
attempt to make your
Tanto è
way out
chiusa.
of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. Is
Ah.
someone else here?
C'è qualcuno che ci ha chiuso dentro, quindi non avremmo potuto comunque cercare di sopra.
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. You're here
la
to
solita
slay the princess, and you try the door, but it's locked from the outside. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is...
Certo. Sì,
You
sì,
make your
ma
way
ho
back to the
capito.
bottom of the stairs. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
Possiamo provare una cosa.
I heard
Allora.
the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they? The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Allora, una sola cosa mi viene da pensare, che comunque anche l'altra volta che stavamo facendo la solita cosa, ma siamo entrati senza prendere il coltello, qualcuno comunque ci ha chiuso e il coltello ci è comunque arrivato alle mani, quindi la solita persona che ha chiuso è cioè la persona che ha chiuso la porta è la solita che ci ha dato il coltello 100%. Non so, mi è venuto da pensare questo. Se facciamo Slay ci uccide 100%. Possiamo provarci. O posso provare a fare anche save, che in realtà ora si stacca il braccio. E dopo un po' abbiamo l'opportunità di ucciderla. Oddio, è veramente strano. Sono tante scelte davanti a noi, proviamo così.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade
A
against the
sto giro
princess's
siamo
arm,
però è
just above
strano,
the massive, unyielding chain.
perché comunque l'altra volta siamo andati vicini a questa cosa, ma prima di fare questa cosa qui è stata lei a iniziare a mordersi il braccio per staccare via la carne. In questo caso invece no.
You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and you make... She didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her binding, how is she so...
Certo,
Thank
sta
you.
cosa la
Now
sappiamo
let's get
già.
out of here.
No, we won't. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
Allora, l'altra volta abbiamo fatto Warner e poi abbiamo resistito, ma siamo morti comunque. Non ha senso rifare la solita cosa. Quindi io a questi punti proverei a fare Slay the Princess.
Bring the blade down and plunge it into the princess's back. Finally. Okay. There's no going back now. Though the blade left a deep gash in her shoulder, she barely so much as flinches, turning around to stare at you incredulously.
Devo dire che mi sento un po' una merda.
Are you serious?
È un casino, mo. Sa che diventa un mostro
I
suicida.
don't know what came over you, but if we're doing this, I guess I'll have to kill you. Do you think I need both of my arms to do that? I can beat you to death with one. But I don't have to tell you that. I'll go ahead and show you.
Aiuto. Secondo me ci sta mentendo nuovamente. Proviamo a fare Slay.
Thank you. You swing your arm towards her throat, the blade singing through the air. But she's ready for it.
No.
She grabs your arm, her grip like a stone vice. You drop the blade, pathetically.
Porco due.
She lets go, and faster than you can react, rears back and hits you with a bone-shattering haymaker. There's a ringing in your ears. You're fairly certain you can feel bone grinding against bone where she fractured your jaw, but your body isn't allowing you to feel much right now, adrenaline coursing through your system and numbing your nerves. You fall to your knees. You're barely able to bring your trembling arms up to defend yourself before she hits you again.
Mi sa che siamo morti comunque.
Every blow is as punishing as the first. You feel bones shatter with every impact, unknown ruptures blossoming with blood somewhere inside of you.
You poor thing. I'll go ahead and put you out of your misery.
She places a confident heel on your chest and pushes you down to the ground.
Oh no.
Her knee falls to your throat, your windpipe crushed beneath a weight you didn't think her slight form could possibly possess. It can't just end like this. I'm sorry, but it's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Niente, ma mi sa che secondo me c'è solo una possibilità di uccidere la principessa in tutto il gioco e le scelte sono tantissime, quindi non ci arriveremo presto alla soluzione. The Tower.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here.
Schippiamo sta roba. Allora, proviamo a ritoglierci tutta sta roba
A
qui.
terrible sense of day. If he doesn't remember, you know what does it matter?
Che già ho chiesto 1000 volte.
It hasn't. Those are two.
Facciamo sempre
Let's say
explore.
you died last. Of course we died. She didn't feel pain. She didn't feel much of anything, did she? And she broke every bone in our body before she decided to let us die.
Lui è nuovo. Lui è il broken.
What were we supposed to do to stop her then? What are we supposed to do to stop her now? It's pointless. She's just a princess. Slaying her shouldn't have been difficult, but congratulations. You've been given another chance to actually do this right. And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. The princess killed us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died? Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would? If she ended the entire world, why should we even bother? We might as well just walk up to that cabin, break her chains and let her do whatever she wants. It's all the same in the end. Just because she's capable of ending the world doesn't mean you're not capable of slaying her. Both of those things can be true at the same time. So chin up. I believe in you. Just be quick about it.
Quanta roba da esplorare nel parlare. Partire dalla più bassa.
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods.
Oddio.
Look, I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps, but it's just the way things are. Oh, I didn't know we were special. Of course you're special. Why else would you be here? Who cares if you think we're special? As far as I can tell, the only thing special about us is that we get to experience painfully dying all over again. I've told you everything you need to know. Going into even if he's hiding something, I doubt it would help us. I'm sure knowing what he knows would only make things worse. Can we tone down the pessimism just a smidge? I'm not being a pessimist. I'm just being realistic. You're being annoying. Just ignore their bickering, and whatever you do, don't pledge yourself to her. I cannot stress enough how absolutely catastrophic that would be for everyone, yourself included. She is just a princess.
Sì, certo.
Like I said, if she killed you, it was probably because you didn't listen to me. Don't talk to her, don't trust her, just go in, do your job and save the world.
Io stavo pensando questo, che effettivamente lui già la prima volta ci dice: se te vai dentro, la uccidi, lo fai. Effettivamente mi sono perso in 1000 cazzate. Forse dovrei provare a fare la prossima run e iniziarla così. Cioè ora questa secondo me è compromessa, perché anche se lo facciamo non abbiamo iniziato veramente così. Questo è già il capitolo 2, quindi non è il capitolo 1. È abbastanza ovvia come cosa, però insomma secondo me ora non è valido, va fatto all'inizio, al primo capitolo.
Great, now...
Se ora rifaccio turn around and leave...
You're right. We should just leave. There's nothing we can do to stop her. Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even... Somehow I doubt that, but fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin.
E tanto si rifinisco, lo sapevo.
You're really keen on wasting
Questa
everyone's
cosa
time,
l'avevo già
aren't
fatta
you?
la prima
But
run.
fine. You turn around and...
Wait, something isn't right. Can you still hear me? You're supposed to wind up back at the cabin again. But everything is getting...
Cioè? Questa cosa non era successa.
What's going on? Where are we?
Ah, è già arrivata la fine del mondo,
We're
mi sa.
dead, obviously.
Oh cazzo. Mi sa che è finita così. Ah, the world around you is unwound. It's physical matter replaced by a textured nothing. You find yourself in the long white once again. Memory returns. This is a distant rumbling, a sound of many sounds. Undulation pulls louder as something other comes close. Chiaro, è la fine. That which dwells in the empty space contract across the edge of your mind again. She is furious. Betrayal, every door you close on me is a door you close on yourself. Do you want to linger here, and twinned with a creature you thought to hate you forever? Eternity never ends. Cold spite, our infinite shrink into something less. I hate you, hate you, hate you, hate you. Ah, mi sa che è finita così.